didn't have any idea that he even. I don't even have any idea if he has kids, but if that's his kid, it's really weird.
And then immediately go talk shit about my kids and text chat.
Okay? Is that his kid?
Rather
She didn't even know it was your kid.
Explain why you're annoyed. Explain it calmly so you can get your point across.
I'm annoyed.
I'm just hearing you shout.
Okay, I'm annoyed because Twit said I was out there talking shit, which he can't prove.
Well, you do.
And then immediately
we have recordings of it. You understand that, right?
The recording you posted just now.
It's not in the natural world. It's not. You didn't record that on a pine cone.
Guys, calm this down. Calm this down. Don't say what people can prove or not.
It's recorded on man-made equipment.
Jeremy, just calmly explain and let him get it out. Because let's get this sorted so it's not going to be an angst.
You can't prove it without that methodology, though. Remember? So you can't prove it unless it was written on a pine cone.
Calls me a liar in chat. And then
wait, what did I call you a liar about?
Oh my God.
What did I call
That's
you
a liar
because
right
I said
there.
I wasn't talking shit.
Just
and you
joking.
said.
Oh yeah, you did lie because you did talk shit.
So you call me a liar in chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Right after that, you start mentioning my kids.
I did not mention your kids at all. At all. I don't know your kids. Never seen your kids. Didn't even really know if you have kids.
Shit about
my kids
in chat.
What kid?
That wasn't even your kid, dude.
What kid? Is that your kid, Jeremy?
Don't talk about
that little retarded looking
kid.
That's yours,
Jeremy.
You don't need to be talking about.
Then I didn't mention your kids, you dumb moron.
You did. You said Jeremy.
I did not. You're stupid, Jeremy. You're stupid.
You just admitted it, and I took a screenshot of it. You
Jeremy, that's not your kid.
Don't mention my kids or my
Jeremy,
family. That's none of your
not your
business.
kid.
Quit virtue signaling so hard, Jeremy.
Go make your own.
You're
family.
stupid.
You talk shit about
You're
your own
stupid.
Kids, okay?
You're stupid.
You're fucking stupid.
No, you're stupid, Jeremy.
But I don't mind talking. It's not beneath me to talk about somebody's kids, though.
Stupid.
That's not your kid.
You're fucking stupid.
No, you are, Jeremy.
You don't get to call anybody.
Yeah, you don't get to
I like
call
to evaluate your kids now,
stupid or
dude.
dumb or anything.
Wait, you're dumb. Don't talk
globe, nigger, globe, nigger.
If that's your kid, then your kid.
Don't talk shit about. Don't mention Jeremy's kids.
Is that your kid? Is that your kid? What are you going to do, Jeremy? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Jeremy?
Why is the black people always
What
want
are
to
you
say
going
that?
to do, Jeremy?
What
are you going to do?
I'm telling you right now what I'm going to do. I'm not going to treat you with any respect.
Oh,
that's the same.
Jeremy's kid on the chat. I see one kid there.
And I think that might be Jeremy's kid. I don't know. Is that Jeremy's kid?
Is he?
No, it's because he has. You said it was Jeremy's kid in the text. You probably don't remember, but you made a comment, Jeremy's kid underneath it, so that's what he's referring to.
But is it his kid?
No, it's not his kid. I don't think it's just a random picture.
Okay, so how is that talking about his kid?
Well,
it's more of a reflection on Jeremy. It's more of a reflection on Jeremy taking a look at a little retarded person and going, "Oh, look, like somebody of his offspring." It's not like she looked at his kid actually and said, "Oh, look, you little retarded kid, you fucking retard."
Scott, I want you to be serious about this.
Twit, you're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch.
He's virtue signaling.
Jeremy, stop.
No, seriously, you do need to take care of that.
You're acting like a very reactionary beta male.
I treat her with respect.
Listen, if he keeps talking,
just take a breath. Take a breath.
Scott, there's a picture.
People post pictures of
it's right there.
Cat litter.
Nothing's been deleted. So you tell me how that's talking about his kids.
Well, here's how I would interpret a person could feel that way, because that picture. Let's say that picture is
that way. How that is talking about his kids.
Well, you're saying Jeremy's kids, so you're saying his kids, and you're likening him to that picture. You're saying his kids are like that picture.
More of a reflection on Jeremy, though, in that conversation.
But I think it is a matter of interpretation, because it's not his kid, and so it's sort of a pretty lightweight comment. You're not really saying much. Okay. But that's how I think it can be read that way.
And then when I say sorry, that's mean to the kid.
Right. That's all about Jeremy. It's a reflection on Jeremy being a fucking
So.
And then.
But I want to know how somebody can say that I'm talking about his kids when it's not his kid.
You said Jeremy's kids. You talking shit about?
I didn't say kids. Number one, I
said
kids. And it's not your kid.
Not plural.
So don't mention my kid. Go have your own family.
I didn't mention your kid, Jeremy.
Go have your own family, Twit, and you can mention your
That's
kid.
not your kid,
We have our own
so I didn't
family.
mention your kid, Jeremy.
We already have our own family. Thank you.
So if somebody, Scott, if somebody posted a picture of Scott, I was speaking. Scott,
you're just a piece of shit, for real.
You're
a piece
dumb,
of shit,
so
Twit.
I don't really care what you think.
All right,
Scott,
you're a fucking
if somebody was
disrespectful
posting,
little bitch.
Scott,
Yeah.
okay, don't let him keep talking over me. It's rude.
If
somebody was to post a picture,
you think it's just
Jeremy, come on, Jeremy, please.
over you?
All right, hold on. I gotta get to where I can actually control it. Hold on.
Roll over.
Jeremy, please, will you just let ask the question?
Scott, if somebody was to post a picture of a dog, and it was a goofy dog, right? And I said Scott's dog, and you happen to have a dog. I don't know if you have a dog. Maybe you have a dog. Maybe you don't. But is that something that is worthy of you calling me a bitch cunt on mic that's being recorded? Okay.
No, I think it's an overreaction. I absolutely think this is an overreaction.
If I'm virtue signaling, though, I'm gonna use that as hard as I can.
You're right, Jim Grimm. Sorry, there's so many Jim.
What's the difference? That's why I put a V at the end.
I don't understand what that is. Like that.
Slim
this
Jim's
is
brother.
such an overreaction to that, and I think it's because he got busted talking shit, and I told you guys.
I didn't get busted.
I'm onto his
You
game. I don't know if you guys are onto his game.
Let's hear it.
But this is like he's trying to be like. It's almost like it's funny that guy who came in and face whatever Witset's cousin or whatever he calls himself. I don't know if that's really his cousin or not, but he at least tries to emulate Witset in some way, which is cool, whatever. But Jeremy wants to be, in my opinion, wants to be the Witset of the room.
You came in here and made a baseless
he wants to just
and
want you guys to bow down, like he asked you to write things down and send things to him. He's always sending you out on errands. And then he doesn't follow through with any of them. So, it's just from my perspective of watching how you deal with them. And then when he goes over to somewhere like 24/7, he says those things like they couldn't even give me one. They couldn't even do one. I sat there and asked him for this. They couldn't even provide one. He talks completely different when he's amongst the other flat earthers.
Okay, so you came in here and made a baseless assertion that I was talking shit about him.
No,
didn't provide any proof, and you call that me getting busted. And you call that me getting busted?
Yeah, you got busted, Jeremy.
You're fucking dumb. That's not. You made a baseless assertion and have no proof to back it up, and that's me getting busted.
Well, I'm telling them, and I haven't lied to these people.
I'm gonna say something.
So,
Twit smokes crack. Oh, I just busted you. You smoke crack.
No,
I don't have any.
They can either believe it or not.
I don't have any proof of it,
crack.
but you're a crackhead.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
You're a crackhead.
But I'm not.
Twitsec and me quite often don't get on various subjects. We've actually had quite some arguments. But one thing that she's never done is directly dodged a question or lied to me. As far as I know, she's always been honest. So I have a problem with that when you want to make claims. And yeah, okay, I agree. I'm sensitive about my kids. We're all sensitive about our kids. But I think you can actually respond a bit more reasonably and say, hey, look, that offended me. This is why. Please don't. And I'll tell you what, I would almost guarantee she'd go, oh shit, sorry, didn't mean it that way, won't happen again. Because actually she's quite a reasonable person. I think you're being a bit unfair.
I've known her for about 6.5 years.
Chill down, and be cool.
She had just called me a liar, which I take a high offense to, all right?
Why?
Because I don't lie.
Yeah, you do. We caught you like 3 times in the middle of this last conversation. 3 times.
Most flat earthers do lie.
Okay, so she just called me a liar, then went over to the debate chat box and mentioned Jeremy's kids.
So she made an observation in the natural world and then fucking talked about it. All right, go ahead.
I made a joke, Jeremy. I made a joke. It was a goofy-looking kid. The kid isn't even ugly. It's not deformed. It was crossing its eyes.
If Veach had done it, I would have laughed.
Sorry, that's mean to the kid.
If Veach had done it, I would have laughed. I would have laughed if Veach had
Everybody else
did.
did.
We ain't cool like that, Twit. You just called me a liar. What makes you think
because
you're joking about my kids?
You are a liar.
Veach just called you a liar too. But Veach just called you a liar too, bro. It's fucking equal right equal fights, right?
So Twit, you've come in here hot because Jeremy said something you didn't like. But he's only coming at you because he thinks you insulted his kid, right?
She came in talking about something else, and then he started telling her, "Shut up, you fucking bitch! I don't respect you," and blah 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 blah. That's what happened. So she didn't come in hot, bro. He got hot.
To his question, I didn't really
start
know
over.
what his question was.
I'm saying that you've come in here
No,
hot.
I didn't come in hot
Wrong.
at all.
Just finish. I just fixed that.
But you've come in here specifically to call out Jeremy, correct?
No.
No, it's not
not.
to do that, isn't it?
No,
it wasn't. That's not what she was talking about at all. Were you paying attention or no?
Oh, I did. I heard her come in here and was not happy because Jeremy has said not very nice things to her on stream.
No, he said it just now. And so she went and explained it.
Yes, so it's in reference to what happened before, where you know he interprets it as her attacking his kids.
Right, but that's not what
well,
she
number
said.
one, there was
the
one
outrage?
kid. I'm not outraged. He's outraged. He
Yeah, but he would be,
so
wouldn't
this-
he, if he thinks you've
well,
attacked
listen-
his kids?
Only if he's virtue signaling, because she hasn't attacked
It's not
his kids,
virtue
we all
signaling
can
to
tell.
protect your kids, Grim.
Really?
Okay.
Where were his kids?
It's not his kid.
Where's a picture of his kid?
He interprets it as an attack on his kids, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can interpret it that way if you want to be a virtue signaling little bitch.
Can I say one more thing? That this happened. Okay, when I did that in chat, when somebody posted a picture of this cross-eyed kid, I said Jeremy's kid. Sorry, that's me mean to the kid. That was like an hour before he came busting onto the conversation that I wasn't even here. Okay, but there was a conversation happening. He busted through and said, "Twit's a bitch cunt" or something like that. I don't remember the clip.
Yeah.
So we're just going to ignore the context that he thinks you've attacked his kid, then.
Yeah, I didn't attack his kid.
Why are you taking
Immediately after she said that, she said, "No offense to his kid," actually.
Huh.
So how's that a mistake? How do you not understand that that's not really
Jeremy's actions are based on the assumption that she was attacking his kid.
No, his actions are based on the amount of virtue signaling.
No, wait, guys. Let's take a step back. Do you feel, from what you've read of those texts, that's a reasonable conclusion?
I see why. Like, I think it's an overreaction. I want to be clear. I think Jeremy is overreacting, but I also see why he is interpreting that to be an insult to his kids.
Called me a liar.
It's likening his kids.
She had just called me a liar, and then she's in chat talking shit about my kids
for hours. But somebody
said
something about
kids.
Possibly his kid. It's not even his kid, and he goes through the fucking roof. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
it's an overreaction
on this one.
People make comments, well, not necessarily about other people's kids, but for example, people say all the time, "Your mom this" and "Your mom that," and no one is like, "Oh, my mom isn't like that. Fuck you."
Oh yeah.
Of course, kids are a bit different, but it's not that different.
Wait, what's Grimm's mom like?
There's a big difference. If I'm cool, if I'm cool with one of my boys and we're chilling, and I make a "your mom" joke about his mom,
Boys here?
That's a different story than if I walk up to somebody that I'm not cool with, that I just called a liar, and started making a joke about their mom. Now it's not cool.
Let's put this into context. There's a person right here, right now, that my father happens to have cancer. Happened to mention that once, and the person asked for evidence and continued to troll me about that. So that's kind of the scale of behavior.
You mean me when you tried to virtue signal in the middle of a
when compared to that,
brought that shit up for no reason?
And by the way, my father
so
still
no
has
one could
cancer.
argue with you.
He's progressively getting worse.
That's too bad. We don't like that. But it was no way you brought that up in the middle of a different argument.
So when compared to that, I don't think this is such a big deal.
Well, I'd like to just make, I guess, I don't know my
he's
final
got
statement
me
on it.
turned down pretty low, but he's a
actually
fucking bitch.
talk about people's real children or anything like that, and especially not Jeremy's. Maybe I won't do that again. But he, as far as him being a liar, I'm not saying like that every word that when I say he's a liar, I wasn't saying that every word that comes out of his mouth is a liar. I'm saying he lied about that specific thing. He has talked shit about this room over in other servers. Period. That's a fact. I've heard it.
Be specific. What I say?
How he's wrecked us. How he wrecked the whole room. Nobody had anything to say.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing.
Okay, what I say?
You'll go over there and you'll say you asked 6 people, 10 people, the guys over there to provide one thing and they couldn't do it and blah blah blah. And you do this, Jeremy. Yep. It's just a fact.
Okay, I might just
it's a
that.
lie.
It's not like I'm over there bashing them like, oh, those guys are idiots. You said I was over there calling people idiots and they're dumb.
You do. You're gonna say that you don't do that?
Well,
Yeah, that's
real? In
most
front of
likely
us?
what you were doing.
Let's hear an audio clip of that, because I don't think these people are idiots or dumb. So show me the audio clip. Otherwise, you're a crackhead.
Shit, man, how many hours on Ranties did you fucking?
Until you show me that clip.
Otherwise, you're a crackhead.
Twit, until you show me that clip, you're a crackhead.
And that's your evidence?
Shall we maybe wrap this up now? Do you think?
Yeah.
Jeremy, you honestly shouldn't come here and then go to other servers and go to other places and then talk shit and then expect to come in here and it's all like fucking flowers and roses for you, man. I don't get that, dude.
Scott just called him a liar a few minutes ago, and he's all mad about Twitwit calling him a liar. And he goes, if Scott said cracked a joke, it would be cool. Like, I'm not cool with you, Twitwit, because you just called me a liar. But Scott just called you a liar 3 times in a row, like 30 seconds before you said that. It was weird. It's almost as if you were playing the hierarchy and you know exactly whose asses you should kiss and whose asses you don't have to.
He does that for sure. Sorry.
But it's also that Jeremy and I get in that fight that we were having. We get in that fight a lot. So there's some context there, to be fair.
And why is that? Because he tries your patience, doesn't he? Like a child.
Yes, he does. I find him to be incredibly stubborn and unreasonable sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's weird that, that he would think that you're one of his equals.
Well, I don't think that's weird. I mean,
Jeremy
and I also we have a lot of common interests. Whatever. As far as you can have friends on Discord, I count Jeremy as a Discord friend, even though I get very frustrated with him.
Wow.
I kind of feel the same way about most of you guys.
Philanthropic.
Even curved. Like I literally, if Curve's car broke down and was running out of gas or something, I'd help him out still, and maybe slap him afterwards.
If his glass eye fell out, I would definitely lick it and put it back in.
Thanks.
Running out of gas. Smack.
I don't mind the eyeball jokes, right? I don't want my family and shit being mentioned. Atheist Rex used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah, but it's not your family.
Yeah. Me losing my kids.
Well, we could just fix this right now by doing a sincere apology that you really didn't mean it. And you guys can pretend like you can at least amicably respect each other during the Discord.
No. I didn't talk shit about his kids. I don't know his kids. I haven't seen his kids. That kid's not his kid. It was a joke. He should apologize to not just me, but to the server that he interrupted with that foul mouth.
Nope, I still think you should apologize first, Twit.
What? I already apologized to the kid.
Don't take me seriously, man. I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry.
But I'm not gonna be threatened by a person. What's he gonna do? Or what? What's he gonna do if I say, oh, look, is that Jeremy's kid? Every time somebody posts a goofy kid picture, Jeremy's kid? What's he going to do?
I'm going to just disrespect the shit out of you. That's all.
He's going to make himself look bad.
All over you, and then they can mute me, and that's all.
Okay.
Well, nothing more than being the petulant child that you are.
How is this different from your usual behavior, Jeremy?
I never get muted for talking. That was the first time I think I've ever been muted here for talking over people.
That's because they have a soft spot for you for some reason. I don't understand what it is. You're the first one I've noticed that they do.
Because I'm reasonable.
They did it for me for a while. Twit, they did it for me for a while. I used to run amok up in this motherfucker. They used to let me run wild as fuck in here.
I don't run amok though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
When I see you, it reminds me of my younger me.
Jeremy, what do you think the server was like before you were here?
Probably boring as fuck.
Why?
Because you guys
That's narcissism, buddy. That's pure narcissism.
You're nerds.
So we're all
I don't
nerds.
mind.
I'm a nerd. I got a little nerd in me.
I'm not smart enough to be a nerd.
Me neither.
Anybody that disagrees with you is a nerd. Is that correct, Jeremy?
A nard.
No, that's not true, Stone. I don't think you're a nerd at all.
Jeremy.
Hey, I just gotta say, Twit, it does seem it seems a bit contradictory and a bit hypocritical that you sit on this moral high ground talking about everyone talks to each other, but you talk pretty crazy to him, and then you say that the reason that you're allowed to talk crazy to him is because he talks crazy about this server when he's not at this server.
That's not what I said.
You do the same shit, Twitwit. You do the exact same shit.
That's not what she said, though. But
I just heard it on YouTube because someone sent me this. I didn't even know this was streamed on YouTube. Honestly, someone just sent it to me. I wanted to look at it. And Jeremy, I've heard you bash this whole room over there, and I've heard you bash that whole room over here.
What I do is I do that to each of them. So it's not, that's me. I'm not pretending to be these guys' best friends. He is.
Ain't no one.
Well, you act all cool with me, but then you talk crazy about me when I'm not in here, right?
I don't know if I have.
Okay, so you see it's being hypocritical. That's all I'm saying.
If you want to point it out specifically,
I've heard you talk shit about me over 20 times, but whenever you talk to me personally, you're my best friend in the DMs.
Fake fuck.
No,
that's not.
Oh, this is what you're gonna. Okay, I don't want. I'm not interested in Discord drama. I'm just saying. Y'all stop. Just back off of Jeremy. Y'all talked about this yesterday, bro.
No, this is a specific instance.
I know, and y'all talked about it yesterday.
No, I didn't get a chance to talk about it. He blurted in when I wasn't here. Somebody had to play that to me. I didn't even know that. I thought he did this in text chat.
But I heard you talk about it yesterday on this server. So anyway, I'm just saying, like, let's not be hypocritical. If it's such a huge deal and the whole earth just stopped spinning, which it doesn't spin, because this guy said in 24/7 that he doesn't think that you people can argue against him, whatever he said, I find it to be so hilarious that you run around bashing the shit out of me, but then you slide through the DMs and it's you are my homie because you want me to jump on Jose's, because you want me to jump on here. And I don't care. Did I jump on here freaking out and be like, why do you talk differently on different servers? I just let it go. Yeah. So just let it go.
No, it's not the same thing. And I don't
It's not the same thing because one of it involves you and one of it involves someone else. It's called hypocrisy.
I'm trying to understand. I don't see it as hypocrisy unless you can say what it is. Now go ahead and say what I've bashed you about.
You're saying you haven't?
No, I can't say I haven't, but if you can tell me what I said, I'll admit if I said it.
You just go along with the whole room bashing me when I'm not here. It's not a big deal. I don't want you don't have to apologize to me. It's not a big deal. You didn't hurt my feelings. I know that a lot of y'all don't like me.
Wait, who is this?
But the point is, don't just cry about talking about other servers. It's just an inevitable thing. I wouldn't ever talk about someone's child. And you doubled down. I just heard on YouTube you're doubling down.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a little bit ridiculous? That's a bad look for the whole server.
It's not his child. If it was his child, I'd be a dirtbag.
But you were making a joke about his kids.
No, I was making a joke about
Is this whole server stamped as double standard hypocritical bullshit?
Well, she didn't know he had kids in the first place, right? And what she was doing was she was making fun of him by saying that would be
right. And I get it. Innocent joke.
Like.
Innocent joke.
Cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing to do with his actual.
No, I know, bro.
It's
I
not
think
like she said, "Oh, look, this is your kid. I know it's your kid, and it looks like the Down syndrome."
But I agreed and tried to say, yeah, that's obviously just a joke. But now it's getting brought back up and going to more detail. Right, I agree. It's not a big deal. But whenever you start to just keep bringing it up, where now I'm going to keep talking about your kids, and what the fuck are you going to do about it? And then she's saying the reason that she's motivated to do that, the reason she's motivated. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not cool if he did that. The reason that she said she's motivated to talk about him.
Gonna keep talking like it's just a little speed bump.
No, my point was simple. My point is simple. Like the motivation that she said that. I'll finish after. I'll stop after this. I'll stop after this. It's just like, bro, don't say that the reason you can talk shit about Jeremy is because he talks shit about this server on other servers when you do the same shit.
But that's not what I said.
Okay, I just heard it.
But that's not what I said.
It is. You talked about how he talks about this server over at 24/7.
It was because something else prompted that, and he said he didn't, and I said he lies because he has.
Okay, but do you agree that it would?
Listen.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm saying that if in the hypocritical part would for you to say Twit, you go over to another server and talk shit about this server. And if I said no, that would be hypocritical. But I haven't said that.
Right, because you do it. You do it on both. You do it on both sides.
Well, I talk shit about specific people. Yeah.
I think
so. Do we all?
I honestly don't remember Twit saying anything specific.
But look, and it's cool. I don't care. Who cares? We're not 5-year-olds. Who cares if you talk shit about someone? My point is, don't act like you don't.
About it though, he's the one who acts like he doesn't, not me.
But you just ran around on this moral high ground about how he's talking in 24/7. But you do the exact same thing to me on a daily basis, and I've never said one word to you about it. And I'm still super cordial to you and super nice to you. And you know I am.
Yeah, but you never came in. I never came in and called you a bitch cunt, did I?
No. But you've talked pretty bad about me, and I've just been really respectful to you. So
I don't think I have.
You have dogpiled and talked shit about it. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I've heard you. It's not a big deal.
I don't think I have.
I don't want to argue about the drama and shit. I'm just saying,
you keep saying you heard
let's try to keep in mind the double standards.
Example on the top of your brain.
Like, I can't think of one bad thing I'd have to say about you.
Okay.
I haven't either, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in here I don't like at all, but I don't even have anything to say, like, about them other than, yeah, I can't stand that fucking guy.
I'm just trying to defend Jeremy a little bit, man. It's a bit of a double standard here, and we all kind of
wait. I've heard Twit say more bad things about me than she said about Jeremy, and she said hardly anything bad about me that I know of.
I like Twit. She's one of my favorite people here, man. That's why I'm jumping on here to say this.
I'm just telling you that I've heard Twit say more bad things about me and Jose on Jose's show in the past couple weeks than she said about any flat earth.
Twit's one of the few people that will check her own side on here.
I know she's just
respect her for that.
Little, but still.
Well, I respect her for at least occasionally checking her own side, right? Like, guys, stop screaming. You're not letting him answer. Stuff like that. I'm just saying, let's not have a double standard. This is kind of petty. I don't like.
Jeremy's petty. Jeremy's
bro,
petty.
You got to
the whole thing's petty. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, Jeremy's sort of acting like a woman on this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
forget.
That's coming.
I didn't want to extend the conversation too much longer. I'm sure y'all want to move on.
Well,
I'm just saying, let's keep in mind that we are the way that we. I guess what I'm trying to say is let's keep in mind the way we speak is always going to be relative to our environment. When I go to 24/7, they're going to start asking me about some of the arguments over here. I'm going to say like, yeah, their response was stupid. This is what it was, and then I'll come in here and say it too, right? Like I think that we should try to hold to that where we'll be honest everywhere.
And you're talking to Jeremy right now, though, right?
I'm talking to everybody, man.
But mostly Jeremy.
I don't know. Not
we
mostly.
Already are. Well, since we already are that way, there's no need to enforce that rule with us, since we're already.
Just a general sentiment. We should have been able to agree on that, dude. I was trying to reach the middle.
The problem. Thank you. We're already at the middle. We're just trying to get Jeremy to come to the middle.
Okay, but okay. All right. I'm just saying. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do if I keep talking about his kids? That's a little out of pocket.
He threatened me.
Okay,
he threatened me.
That's out of pocket too.
I threatened.
That doesn't make either one of them not out of pocket.
Yes,
Everybody heard you threaten me.
So let's focus on the reaction and not the action that caused the reaction, right, dude?
No. Let's not specifically cause our point.
No, you're focusing on her reaction, and not his actual.
Okay, so then let's treat that. Okay, let's take the same methodology to what y'all do. Then
right? You're gonna have
let's take the same methodology to what she does. Then I've never talked bad about Twit, whatever. I've defended her in 24/7. I've defended her in every other server I've been in. I've defended her adamantly at 24/7 because I think she's pretty cool because she's court. I know that, but when she's not there to defend herself, I defend her at 24/7 if someone brings her up because I actually like her. I think she's respectful and cordial. She tries to at least be honest about certain things on both sides, like, wait, you didn't let him answer or whatever. And so I think that we should try to extend that both ways. And I do that for her when I have heard her not talk particularly fondly of me when I'm not around. And I don't care. Right? I don't not like her because of that. I don't then go bash her because of that. I'm just saying that we should try to be like that all around the board, maybe.
No, I can agree with that.
I can agree with that. I think what Witsit said is true, at least to some extent, that I think if you're moving from one room to the other in this way, you've got to make at least some attempt to ingratiate yourself with the people in the room.
Right. Well said.
And that can be interpreted in different ways depending on who's listening to it.
Right, and that's inevitable, right? I mean, that's right. You can't. Yeah,
but don't go in one room and saying.
I think ultimately we don't want people to be offended, and Jeremy was offended. I think, as I said at the time, I think this was just chat banter. I think Twit was making a joke. I think it's a similar joke. I don't know if you guys say this. We say it here, but if you said your mum at the end of something,
yeah.
You know, it's kind of comparable to that, I think. And so I
think he may have overreacted for sure. Well, I think that both people maybe overreacted.
I was offended that he called me a bitch.
Whether it's an overreaction or not, you know, I don't want him to be pissed off. So I think that I don't know. Let's just. I mean, you
hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry I called you a cunt and bitch, and I might have overreacted slightly, but you had just called me a liar and then proceeded to talk about my kid or kids or whatever you said in the chat.
Yeah, let's just try to talk about not bring up someone. Like, if you're going to talk shit about someone, just talk shit about them, right? Like, be like, you're an idiot. But let's not talk about anything unrelated. Like, if someone talks about my family, when Globers talk about my family, or like my cousin that killed himself and stuff, like that's not acceptable, right? Like, just talk about how I'm stupid. Just talk to Jeremy about how you think he's stupid when he's here to talk to you. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, bro. It's much more respectful to talk to people and keep what you say about them consistent. That's all, and talk about them specifically, not like their family and shit. And that goes for everybody. Not, you know, I'm just saying. I think we should all agree on that.
Well, I'm not gonna concede to that. I didn't talk about his family.
My God, I want to say something terrible, but I don't want to. I don't mean it.
I think
it's
that's
fun.
right.
It's funny as
I think what you're saying is correct, but ultimately, what you said was interpreted by Jeremy in a way that
because he's dumb.
Well,
I mean, that's his problem, not mine.
Jeremy's not dumb.
A bit, you know, if someone
if he thinks that I was talking about his kid,
right?
That's all I can
okay.
He's smart enough to virtue signal.
I guess I didn't do. I was hoping to like try to help move it along. I think I may have done the opposite.
Yeah, well, Jeremy as well has said, well, he may have overreacted, and I think that's a good enough concession at least, and hopefully we can just bear that in mind and move on from it.
Right, and I'd like to just put to what he just said, Jim. Which if you're gonna call someone a gamma bitch, don't label everyone gamma bitches. Just talk about the gamma bitch that you're talking to. All right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I had
but to be fair, I said it here too. You know,
but you all are bitches, and some of us aren't even.
Yeah. Of course.
It's
just I get caught up with the 20v1, man. You know,
I had to look this up though, and I don't think being called a gamma is really a terrible thing. And I think. Well, have you looked it up? Because I think you're a gamma.
Yeah, because y'all think flat earthers are gammas because we are isolated because we think we're the only ones that figured it out.
Well, if you look at the definition, I think it fits. You know, flat Earth is quite well.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, right? Because it is about isolation.
Being sort of an individual and not following a crowd.
But it's not just. It has like a negative undertone of like being a self-inflated feeling of importance, like an inflated self-importance.
No, that's normal.
It's an inflated self-importance where like you're the secret king, you know, like you're the secret king, and so if required to establish your secret kinghood, you know, it's okay to subversively use tactics to try and make it look that way to the group, even though you don't want to be part of the group entirely, you want them to revere you. That's what it is.
Well, here's a definition. Listen to this. A person who rejects status and authority, believing that thinking for oneself is possible and desirable, and valuing freedom most.
Yeah, I don't use it that way, right?
I mean, right, but I don't think. I mean, that's the definition from the Urban Dictionary, and I think that one, that's not an insult, and two, it suits you lot better than it does us.
Yeah, but Urban Dictionary is a colloquial, subjective interpretation some human being wrote on a dictionary website. That's not an actual definition. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I use it based on my context.
But words are based on
Urban
how
Dictionary,
words are not
you can go type in what the definition is.
But it's all
words
about
are not prescribed; they're described.
Yeah.
They're ways people use them. They're not ways that you know what I mean. Like
Yes, you're right.
they don't have intrinsic meanings; they have usages.
Right, but I'm saying I think the sexual hierarchy is a bit watered down.
Well, there is another definition. This is also an Urban Dictionary. This is for gamma as fuck. This is perhaps more how you're using it. And it's when you're so beta that it's written in elite speak. It says when you so beta that beta can't cut it anymore, and you go down to gamma.
Okay. There you go.
Maybe that's where you're headed with it.
Yeah, I just use it as secret king, bro. Like that's it.
Are you king of your faction?
Yo, I didn't go and get. Hold on a second. I didn't go and get Witsit. All right, he just showed up out the blue. I didn't.
Yeah, he didn't get me.
DM
He
him
didn't get
or
me. No,
call
that's true.
or
Someone sent me someone sent me the channel where it streams. I clicked on it and I heard it and I just jumped in to stand up for Jeremy. But I mean, honestly, I tried to be honest on both sides. I think both people maybe talked out of pocket. I don't think either people said nice things. I think both people should be adults. Be like, maybe shouldn't have said that. Maybe we should move on. I don't think we should double down and be like, I'm gonna keep calling you that shit forever. What you gonna do? You know, because I've even apologized to like Curved in here, right? Like I've apologized to people that I genuinely believe deserved a little kickback at the time. Because I think we all can admit that we get caught up in the moment sometimes, and
Right.
you know. I know that Jeremy's pretty respectful in here to you guys, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Jeremy didn't summon you, but we were expecting you.
Witsit, I'd get you every single day to get in here if I could.
Well, I've been in here a lot lately, man.
Yeah.
Again, gamma is a word made by a gay cult of bears.
They're gay. The bears are gay.
So,
yes.
Witsit, are you going to Flattoberfest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm gonna associate you with gay beers now. Every time you say gamma, it's just gonna happen.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, that's not far.
Nah. We'll see how that goes. I've never done that before. Flat Earth Convention.
Black game, baby.
Just attending, are you?
I guess I'm supposed to do a presentation, and then I'm supposed to rap the Globe Buster song. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll rap my rhyme that y'all love so much too on stage.
Who's going to be there?
A lot of people, man.
Make sure you play my reply.
Bob, Karen, Brian, Nathan.
This is gonna be you. It's
people.
Is the one in
It's gonna be
Austin
you.
already over?
This weekend?
Yes.
Yeah. I fly out Thursday, and then